day.
We like you so much already, you know?
I like you guys too.
Thanks.
Wow, bro, for that.
Except for you and you and you and you and you and you and you.
Coach, just first, how was practice today?
Great, spirited. Played live for a pretty healthy portion, more than we probably will in the regular season. With those three guys being out, they wanted to get them all live practice. Guys that played big minutes, we pulled back on a little bit. It was a good practice.
Oh, it's been Devin, Kevin, and Bradley playing tomorrow.
We'll decide tomorrow.
But I look at with them sitting, and then obviously this today. Is that something that you're like, you know what, I'm glad to see them have that juice, knowing even though they got a game tomorrow, that they understand what's at stake here.
Yeah, well, that's what I heard when I came here about these guys, and it's been true. Is they love to hoop, and they want to be in there. They want to practice. You know, so for a coach, that's like a dream. You know, guys that want to practice versus guys that don't. So, you know, you gotta be smart with it. That's the only thing. You don't want to overdo it. But I love that those guys want to be in there.
Jordan out on the court. Was he able to partake at all today?
Yes, he was a full participant. So we're hopeful that if he responds well to today's work, that he could be available tomorrow.
As far as Kata goes, he was talking about it feels like his length is the biggest thing he brings to the table defensively. Just what have you seen from him so far on the offensive floor?
Yeah, and he can make plays offensively, you know, in a role player role. You know, his go and catch is punish backside with his catch and shoot threes, and he can crash. You know, so I mean, he fits you know what we want to put around you know our big three, and you know he can do it on both ends.
Even when someone or a few guys are injured, like in assistants, you're still left with those difficult choices as a coach in terms of who cracks the initial rotation. Got guys like Nasir looking outside on the way in. Just how do you mix and match those choices throughout a situation like this where you want to give guys looks?
Yeah, very difficult decisions, and what I like to call it good problems for the coach, because there's a lot of guys, all the guys that are here, you know, I believe in, you know, and not all of them are going to be in the rotation. But, you know, if one of them falls out for some reason, has an injury or has to miss some time, I really believe in each guy on our team. So you know, I love our depth. It'll be disappointing for whoever's not ultimately in the rotation to start. But those guys will stay ready. And I promise you, over 82-game season, we are going to need every one of them.
For Jordan's first season in the NBA, last year's defense was really impressive. What element of it impressed you the most when you watched it back?
Size and physicality, you know, I think on that side of the ball, he's got a good floor game offensively, you know, in terms of knowing when to shoot, knowing when to pass and create. You know, but his size defensively is something definitely that we value.
Frank, do you have a combination of guys or a group of guys together that you've liked just in these first two games so far?
Yeah, I like Book, Brad, and KD. I really like those guys. Yeah, there's some things that I like that I've seen combination wise that I'm interested in having out there, but I don't want to get into those right now.
How have you been able to collaborate with Kevin Young? I know you had mentioned like the offensive coordinator.
It's going great. Yeah, he's been wonderful to work with, and he's super smart. And you know, I think you always lean on you know, whether it's a behind the bench coach or a lead assistant, it doesn't matter. You always lean on you know, the guy that was on the previous staff because of the corporate knowledge that he has on that group or some of the returning players. You know, so Kevin's been invaluable from that standpoint, and you know, obviously we're building a lot of the environment that's been around Book the last few years. You know, we're intentionally trying not to change that too much, and he's been invaluable there as well.
Coach, you've been in and around this league for quite some time. What are your thoughts on how Booker has evolved up to this point?
How well?
How Booker has evolved.
And I mean, he came in scoring 70 against the Celtics, you know, pretty early in his career. So, yeah, I don't want to say he's just grown as a scorer. He's always kind of had that killer instinct, but you know, I think leadership, seeing all the different coverages, you know, that you see as an elite player over the years, it just gets you sharper with how to attack them. And you know, I think he sees real value in our defensive scheme because You know, he understands, the different things that are difficult to go against. And, obviously all those experiences contribute.
Thanks, man.
Thanks.
Thanks.